Welcome, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Love Day. So, for those of you who haven't met me, I'm Wendy Gayle, and going to be channeling Metatron this evening. He's going to be mm, grooving with us a little bit, he says, talking about love and working on the vibration of love and answering questions and anything that you need this evening. Don't hesitate to raise your hand. There's a raise your hand function on your computer. If you're not on your computer and don't have a raise your hand function, just, you know, flag us down. If we don't see it, then somebody in the audience will say, "Hey, Metatron, somebody's raising their hand." So as we begin, hi Sonal, welcome. As we begin, I always remind people to please use your discernment. There's so many messages that come through. Some of them will feel like they resonate and fit, and some of them won't. Please don't get hung up on what's not resonating. Just let it go. It might resonate at some point in time later, or it may not. So I always encourage people that your truth, what resonates with you, is more important than anything that anyone else says, whether it be a channel or a guide. Your sovereignty, your sovereignty is key. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Metatron in. For those of you who haven't heard him before, he kind of has a funny voice, or not a funny voice, but a funny accent. And the novelty wears off pretty quickly. He'll tell you that the novelty wears off pretty quickly, and then it's just you in the vibration of Metatron. I've already set up what I call a protective space for this call. So you might feel some energy in your space. You may even feel Metatron in your space as we're working this evening. So it's perfectly safe. Is there anything that you need before I bring him in? Any questions? For me, Wendy, because I'm going to get the heck out of the way and I'll be coming back at the very end. So, great. All right. You know how you put something on and then you you sit down. This is really great when I'm standing up. I feel very turtle-like when I sit down because it's like coming up. So let's see what I can do about this. All right, there we go. And no glasses. Right. Enjoy. Have a great time. Right. Good day to you. Happy Love Day. Do any of you feel that you have to hide your love or hide your love for something? keep your heart safe, you withhold love. Your mouth is moving, beloved, but we do not hear you.
Hi, Metatron, it's Lori. I'll
Yes.
talk. Yeah, actually, I've been focusing on this maybe because my heart's opening a bit more again. But I remember as a child, I was all about love, and
Mm,
I was
yes.
totally lovey, as my guides have given me that nickname. I was so over the top with love,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Sure, it's a bit
Indeed.
much for everybody in my life, but they also loved me for it, I know. But by the time I'd say it's probably about 7, I would imagine, people were concerned that I needed to toughen up and this, that, and the other.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was a very good soldier, so I really went pretty deep in putting some shields in. So I
Yeah.
am interested in opening up my heart,
Yeah.
and going back to that point. So that's
Right.
me tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so many parents tell their children that they must toughen up because they worry that they'll be too soft and they will get hurt in the world, right? And what have you noticed? Even with your heart closed, you still get hurt.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you might as well open it up and say, Yata, hey, let's go. Let's have that open heart. What is happening upon your planet at this time makes everyone feel like they want to contract their energy and close their heart to protect themselves, right? There is so much going on everywhere. And yet, beloved light workers, and each and every one of you is that. This is the time where the open heart is a must. You will not be able to do Spirit's work with a closed heart. Yeah. And so, what does it take to open a closed heart? Well, some of you have closed your hearts because of trauma, right? And so it takes attending to the trauma and shifting the trauma so that you can begin to trust enough to open the heart again, right? For some of you, mm, you don't feel good enough or worthy to receive what is all the love that the universe and humanity has for you. And so you kind of shut it down or filter it a little bit. And you actually can make the choice to live each day with your heart more open, right? You can get up in the morning and say, okay, I'm going to open my heart today. Or today feels like it's going to be a really challenging day. I'm going to open my heart 50% today. You have control over your heart. You have control over your love. How many of you have a hard time receiving love? Raise your hand. How many of you have a hard time receiving? Yeah, okay. How many of you have a hard time giving love because you are afraid it will be rebuffed? Anyone? Okay. All right, that's fair, right? Because it it hurts to not have what you have to offer be accepted, right? The truth is that you were born out of divine love. You, at your essence, are what is called agape, divine love, source love. That's the stuff from which you were created. And so we would say to you that now's the time, right? Now's the time. Your love is needed. Your heart is needed. Your ability to receive and to share is important. Witness in your life those people that are not able to share their love and emotions, and they're also not able to receive what others are trying to share. Think about them. They are like an island unto themselves. Right now in this world, that is a painful thing to be, right? That island that keeps you separated from the possibility that is love. That is where infinite possibility lives, is in the vibration of love. Now, some days it will be easier to vibe as love, and some days it will be tougher to vibe as love. But you, beautiful creators, pardon us, we have a cat. It may come up to visit. You, beloved ones, have the ability to move back into that creation paradigm. You have the ability to move back into the paradigm of agape. That is past, or it expands past what is your human understanding of what love is, right? And it's pure energy. It is pure focus of source, light, and love. You have the ability in your life to step into that every moment of every day. It is choice. It is choice to be love. It is choice to not be love, right? And when you understand beautiful sovereign love beings, right? When you understand that this is your true nature, and that not being engaged with love or with your divine essence is against your true nature, then you can begin to shift and change what is the love quotient in your life. Right? Love quotient. So just think for a moment, kind of look at your love meter, right? And at one end you have, I'm not feeling it at all. On the other end, you're like, I am fully open and feeling love, right? Where are you on the love meter? How many of you are at the end of the spectrum that says, I'm not feeling it at all? Raise your hand. And those of you who are with us and not on screen, we would appreciate that you come and actually join us. Huh? It is helpful to bring your energy fully present. Thank you. Thank you. How many of you feel that your love quotient is at about 25%? Raise your hand. 50%. Okay, fair enough. 75%. Off the charts. How many of you feel that your love quotient is off the charts? Each one of you has love quotient that's off the charts. Think about what you love in your life. that love is off the charts. Each and every one of you here loves someone, something, some puppy, kitty, or other fuzzy thing, right? To the moon and back. That love is off the charts. Can you love that way universally? Is it possible? We're listening to people's minds, not hearing voices. Is there anyone that feels that it's possible to love universally the way that you love your children or your spouses? Diane, yeah. What? Unmute yourself. There you go. What do you think?
It's possible. Yes. I mean, yes. The answer is yes. I guess you go through phases, but yes.
Phases of love, huh? You knew that we would poke you about that. So, but that's a valid point, right? Sometimes it's easier to feel than others. And what creates that dynamic? Much of the time, your ability to feel love is based on someone else or something else, someone else's behaviors, patterns, someone else's responses to you, right? It's easy with your puppy or your kitty or your child or your lover when they are in sync with your love vibration. It's harder when they're not, right?
Metatron, Barbara had her hand up for a bit.
Oh,
Thank you. Yeah, I was just looping back on the comment of being in the love quotient. I think that I know that's where I want to go. It's just to be love. And so the little exercise I've given myself to help me increase my love quotient is that when something triggers me, or I might see something in the news that you're like, oh, you just like brace yourself or coming up with judgments. To me, that's a test for me to try and go back into neutral and just love.
yeah. Yeah.
As best I can, because then if I trigger something, then I could feel the disconnection right away. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to be in this space.
Indeed. Indeed. Thank you. And I really think that the point that you're making, Barbara, is that love starts with you. It doesn't start with your significant others or your families. Love starts with you and becoming comfortable with the way that you love, right? Loving yourself, which is easier than you think sometimes, right? Then that vibrational frequency, that ability to give and receive love opens more fully in the world. Right? How do you love yourself? That's a really great question. And maybe as you walk away today, you ask yourself, how do you love yourself? And we would say to you that if you feel that you are less than loving to yourself, that you try two things: paying attention to your inner talk to yourself. How do you speak to yourself internally? And if there's negative inner thought, I'm lazy, I'm disorganized, this or that or the other thing, then begin to change that dialogue to be more accepting and loving of yourself. That's number one. Number two, each and every day, bless yourself. You bless others, you work on healing others. One of the easiest ways to do it is to look in the mirror and bless yourself, create the blessing if you want, or even if you just say, bless me, right? Bless me, or I bless me. What begins to happen is that your internal landscape begins to shift. That's scientific. That's not just Metatron speak, right? That's been kind of proven scientifically. Those two things used together can begin to shift that inner landscape from one that is contracted to one that is open. And when you are open to give and receive freely of love, life changes. Not only your life, but the life of those around you. Think about all the people that would absolutely line up to receive your love. Well, kissing booths at the fairs and things like that, right? Love booth. Come and get some love. Right? Your divine essence. And as you are opening, growing, expanding, ascending, this is a key piece. This is a key piece, right? So, can you give yourself a Valentine every day? Can you create something for yourself to help you be a lover of everything? Yeah. So that's our Valentine's Day speech. Pretty good information, we think, right? Pretty important. Pretty important for you to remember. So,
Metatron, I
we
have a
will,
quick question. So
yes,
I'm
of course.
sure I already know the answer, but so I send myself Holy Fire Reiki every morning, but that feels different than blessing myself.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. So the
Well,
blessing,
and and they're not mutually exclusive. You can do both.
right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy Fire Reiki is a potent healing tool, right? And love is your natural state of being. And your natural state of being needs no healing, no changing. Your natural state of being is divine perfection, right? This is what you are unfolding back into, what you're remembering. So we're going to open the floor for any questions or comments. We are happy to be of assistance. on Valentine's Day. We promise that any questions will be answered with love, huh? Right. Megan.
This is a curiosity question, and it may not be on topic with love. Although it's been a beautiful day. So happy Love Day, Metatron. I just was curious. I've had a headache, and I was curious if it's spiritual growth, if it's energy that's just around, or if there was anything coming up at all. Just had a lot of curiosity around it today.
Okay. So you are very sensitive to frequency, right? You are particularly because of your history, you are more sensitive to frequency than most others, right? And so there's the collective consciousness right now on the planet that's like a pressure cooker. And then you have the planetary alignment that is happening between now and the 20th of March, which is adding another layer of vibrational frequency that's not in this current moment harmonious. It's a little bumpy. Whenever these planetary alignments happen, it's almost as if they kind of have to move just a little bit to get into that direct alignment before the energies become harmonious, right? So that's part of what's going on for you. And we see that also just strictly on a physical level, beloved one, that in your neck, the two little bones upon which your head sits are called the axis and the atlas. For healers, for channels, for mediums, that is one place that is, uh, you know, how do we say it? At risk of going out of alignment, just strictly from energy. And we see that your axis and atlas are out of alignment, right? That is something that your chiropractor can take care of you for you very easily. Okay.
That is so helpful. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, beloved one. All right. Nadia.
Hey, Metatron. Do you have any messages for me?
No.
Okay.
Just take a breath for a minute. Please ask what it is that you need. Not just about any old message, beloved one.
Right.
What do you need?
I just need to know if my niece is okay.
Absolutely. Would you like me to connect with her? All right. All right. What is her first name?
Nafisa.
Nafisa. Nafisa. Auntie. So the first words out of her mouth are, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. She is fine. She says, I'm fine. She says, I'm better than I thought that I would be. She keeps showing us almost like a school uniform, like a skirt and a top. We do not know if that has any meaning to you, right? But that's what she's showing us. like a uniform that kids would wear to a specific, like a Christian school or something, right?
Okay.
Does that resonate with you?
Not at the moment.
Okay. All right. So what is the question you would like to ask her?
I almost want to ask her why.
Hmm?
Why did she feel like that was the answer?
So why did you feel that that was the answer? Because from her perspective, it wasn't something that could be fit, and it was too painful to think about living with that unfixable thing day after day after day.
Could I have saved her?
There's no auntie. This was the journey. And she's saying, Lydia, if you blame yourself, she's going to come and haunt you.
We ain't gonna do nothing but laugh about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What is your nickname for her?
It depends on what the situation was. I would always come up with stuff, but she was, I love her. I hope she
Yes.
knows I love her.
She knows. Love doesn't go anywhere, right?
Right.
The body may go somewhere, but the soul and the love is eternal because that's what you're made of.
Can I just ask one last question? Does she want anything special for her services?
There's a particular song. She says that she would sing it a lot. It's not a church song. She said it's just like a song that she loved. It's kind of representative of her. Are you understanding what that song is?
I don't know what it is. Tell her she gotta
Yeah,
connect with me and tell me I'm open. I'm gonna try to clear my emotions. I want to
yeah.
hear it because I'm gonna make them play it just for
Okay.
her.
It is it is not a somber song at all. It is not a somber song. Uh, she will work on the connection from her end as well, and she's reminding you that you don't have to wait to connect with her. That
I
you
was
can,
wondering if she was.
yeah,
I
you
was
can, you
wondering if she
can,
was gonna be okay with me
yeah,
trying. I
yes,
got her. I'm
she's,
gonna go meet my baby. I love her. I'm gonna meet her.
yes, yes,
Thank you,
indeed.
Metatron. I needed that. Thank you.
You're welcome, beloved one. Mm. Love in action, right? I cannot read what is in chat. So if someone else can, if there's a question that's been asked, can someone read that and speak it out loud?
I'll do that right now, Metatron.
Thank you, beloved.
It's from Fidan. Hi, I'm on a ferry, so won't be able to turn on my mic. Sorry about that. I am wondering how not to let our own desire to feel love and be in peace stop us responding to injustices that can cause us to feel pain and anger. I hope this makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. because just about everybody here tonight understands that question. And the key is to bless what you judge, bless the injustices, create a prayer altar, and put the things that concern you on your prayer altar and bless them every day. You don't have to say, I want this particular outcome, but you bless them for the greater good, for the highest level of spirit. These are things that everyone can do that will make a palpable difference in your world. You are not victims. You are not powerless. That is important to remember. Your blessings come from the love that you are. Your blessings are light from source into the world. That is the way to take a step back into that neutral place where you're not charged or you're not ignoring, right? Because some people go, I just can't. And that is equally unhelpful as the being charged about everything is. Stand in that neutral place and bless. Love it no matter what, right? Even those things that you're unhappy about. That's the healing tool. Your love is a healing tool. Yeah. I hope that helps. Hope that helps. Everyone has a tendency to be spinning right now in your country. There's almost nobody that's not, spinning about something. The spin disconnects you from what's important. What's important? Love, peace, kindness, compassion. Those are not weaknesses, beloved ones. Those are your strength, your tools, your weapons. Can you imagine loving someone to death? What a way to go, right?
And
That's how powerful. Yeah.
Fidan offers thanks and appreciation for your answer.
Beautiful. We are happy to have assisted. Right, Barbara.
Barbara, you're on mute, dear.
Unmute. Okay, there, I think I did it now. Happy Love Day, Metatron.
Hello.
So, spin, yes. As Wendy shared earlier on, I'm in the process of moving. My home has sold. Following my guidance to come out of hiding and to, after all my healing, to get back out there where I'm needed.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I have been looking for a home for literally months. And the place where I thought I was being guided, I feel like it's closed. I have sought so many places. So if there's a guidance you can give me, I mean, I've opened it up thinking, okay, where am I supposed to go? I know I'm going to be cared for because,
Right.
the clock here is ticking a little, but
So, your Arkansas is no longer feeling resonant?
oh yes, Arkansas is totally feeling resonant.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Maybe I should have been more specific. So the area I had been targeting had been Fayetteville, and yet it just seems, I feel doors are
Okay.
closed. I mean,
Okay,
and
yeah,
I have
yeah.
brought it. Is that where I'm going? Am I supposed to broaden?
All right. All right. So you're very much in your head with the process, and that kind of makes sense, right? So have you asked to be shown?
Yeah, and that's what I thought. And maybe that's what it is. Just like you said, I'm in my head, I'm spinning, thinking
Yeah.
I was
All right.
supposed to be in
So you are going to be looking at things this weekend, right? You say it, you're willing and you're unwilling. You remember? Unwilling. I am no longer willing to spin about finding my new home.
Okay.
I am willing to find the perfect new home today. I am open to receive all of that love from the universe. And you can say, show me my perfect home today. Let
Thank
us
you.
know. Let us know.
I may be
Yeah,
calling you.
yeah. There seems to be homes are different colors, and everyone knows that. There appears to be one that has kind of or at least a partial, some green on the exterior. Look at that one closely.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Have fun.
Have fun.
Make it fun.
Yes. Good point. Thank you.
You've contracted the energy around it. You've closed up the heart. Make it fun. Make it joyous to find your new home. All right.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And since we're able to see what's going to happen, we know that everything's going to be okay. You're going to stretch out your search just ever so slightly.
Okay. Okay.
You're not going to hold it in that box that you have it in. All right?
Yes. Thank you.
Indeed. All right. Blessings, beloved one.
Thank you.
So now, hello, it has been a while, my friend.
It has. It has. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yes,
My
are you well?
I'm well. Yes, I am well. Thank you.
Good.
I hope you're well too.
We're always well, right?
Very
Our woman's up and down, but Metatron, we're always well.
very good. My question might have a similar response, but what can I do to cultivate more love within myself and also more abundance?
Mhm.
I'd like to attract, and I think I'm doing a better job attracting better friendships, abundance. I'm still unemployed. It'll be 2 years in May of this year. And I'm working on my stress levels. Anything that I can do to attract more love with myself, outside love, outside abundance, anything of that sort.
Okay. Are you wanting to work?
Yes.
Okay. So again, you have self-limited in regard to finding work, right? You have set some parameters that seemed like they'd be great parameters, but they've become kind of constricting. So perhaps go back in and review what you're willing and not willing to receive regarding your job. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Expanding the love, and you say you've made some great choices, new people in your life, right? Love is stronger. And for you, the the thing that we'll talk about is the ability to receive. It's so much easier for you to give the love, right? And it's harder to receive. And for you, the receiving part is going to be the part that changes everything. That's going to, open you up more. It's going to make new relationships. It's going to create a flow of giving and receiving of love in your life. And it's also going to help with finding a job, right?
Yeah. Mhm,
When you open up that ability to receive.
mhm.
Now, there's many ways to do that. There's many different types of tools, but we'll share with you a really easy one, and we'll just focus on the love. First, you have to understand that you have willed something into being through choice, whether it be conscious or unconscious. And so what you're experiencing in this moment is something that you have created. So if you would like to change what you've created, you begin by unraveling what you already have established, right? And that is what you're going to unwill. And you
Mhm.
start out by saying, I am no longer willing to have my heart closed, or I'm no longer willing to be in toxic relationships. I am no longer willing to be unemployed, whatever it is. But the important words are, I am no longer willing. And then you can add whatever it is that you're working on to the end of that. I am
Mhm.
no longer willing to be without love in my life. I am no longer willing to be closed to receiving. However you want to word it for you. You do it 3 times out loud. Take a pause, and then you insert what you prefer. I am willing to fully receive love and appreciation in my life. I am willing to receive the best job I've ever had. Right? So first you unwill it, what you have in place, you're going to switch it up, and then you replace it with what you prefer at this time. And it works also 3 times out loud. Okay? And you might have to repeat it and do it for each individual thing. You don't want to do what we call a tack on. Yes, I am no longer willing, right? I am no longer willing for A. I am no longer willing for B, right? And then the same with I am willing. I am willing to receive. I am willing to have the best job on the planet. I am willing to have relationship in my life. Right? Short bites. Okay.
Okay. And could you expand on the self-restriction regarding the job? I just want to make sure I'm clear on that.
Well, it's connected to the inability to receive.
Okay.
Okay. And there's a part of you that enjoys not working.
Mhm.
There's a certain freedom to that, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's some fear connected to it, but there's also like a sense of freedom that you don't necessarily feel when you're working, right? So
Very true.
that also is something that you kind of have to navigate. It can be conscious or unconscious, beloved one. But if you're feeling that perhaps that is the truth, then, you've willed that into being. You've said, okay, universe, I don't want to work. Right? And then that's almost impossible to find work.
Mhm.
And if you are saying, I only want to work in this town, I only want to work for this type of a company, I only want to, whatever those parameters are, they can become restrictive as well. Sometimes when you are just willing to receive, or, universe, show me my perfect job. It may not be what you have in mind. It might be something totally different.
Mhm.
Does this assist you?
It does. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Indeed. It's good to see you, beloved one.
You too.
It'd be nice to see you in person once again, yeah? Those were good days. Good days.
Metatron.
Indeed, we see your hand, beloved man. Welcome.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Gaëtan. It's not the name
Yes,
on the
Gaëtan.
screen. Thank you.
We know, Gaëtan. Yes.
And I would like to know if you maybe have a message for me, maybe regarding my starseed origin.
We're going to, yes, bear with us for a moment. We're going to ask you to purchase a book. The name of the book is called The Golden Lake.
The Golden Lake.
The Golden Lake, and we do not know the name of the author. Diane, do you know the name of the author on The Golden Lake?
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, Gaëtan. So,
Okay.
this book talks about origins and so much more. It has so much there that you will find fascinating and helpful. So we will say to you, my friend, that your origins are not purely starseed. Okay? You have some angelic origins as well. So there is a very strong connection to the angelic realm. The truth is that you maybe have not paid too much attention to that because you have a perception about that. You are also very much connected to what is the Arcturian people. Arcturians, right? You've heard the word Arcturians, right? And many of your lifetimes have been lived on Arcturus and in the general region surrounding it. The question that we have for you is, why is this an important question to you?
Well, it's because it has to do with the purpose of my life on Earth right now.
Yes.
I don't know
Yes.
why I'm here. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So this is true and this is correct, that it is connected to your purpose, but your lineage is only a piece of it. Your soul is the key to it, because your soul is consistent. When you are connected to the angelic realm, it's the same soul as when you're connected to, Arcturian lifetimes. The soul is here with you now. The soul knows. And so the gift that you can give yourself is to have some conversations with your soul. Right? This is for all of you. You better be talking to your souls, beloved ones, right? Because the soul has the key. The soul knows exactly what doors to open. Right? One of the ways that we have taught this channel to communicate with the soul is to sit and imagine that she's in a beautiful living room, right? Or den space. She likes big, comfy furniture, right? And she imagines that she invites her soul in to the living room to have tea and a chat. You know? Yeah. And are you going to get the full picture the first time you have tea with your soul? Probably not. Because there's one more piece. And that piece is the need to know. What you need to know is what is so in the present moment. Please do your best not to try to figure out what it's going to look like in 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years. Because you cannot. You can only know what it is, what is present today with this breath. Right? And act upon those things that incite your passion. If you're passionate about healing, if you're passionate about sound, whatever it is that you're passionate about, follow that. Right? There is no must, no should, no have to connected to your soul's journey. The words are love and flow and bliss, trust, faith. And if your journey was supposed to be different or look different, it would be. You wouldn't be sitting here today asking this question. You would be having a different experience. This is where your soul has you right now, here. Right? What's the gift that you are receiving from that? What's the lesson? What's the blessing? Right? Not what's it going to be, in 5 years. What is it now that my soul has to offer me and anyone else? Right? You're on the right track. You have not made a wrong turn. You're not missing anything other than perhaps some tea and chit chats with your soul. Okay. And please know that you are welcome to reach out to our channel and to Metatron. Right?
Thank you.
We're always available to assist. Okay. All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Indeed. Keep up
Thank
the
you.
good work, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed.
I
Ah,
I have a question.
Laurel.
Sorry.
I have 2 people in the lineup that are
Okay.
both able to raise their hands. The first one is Diane Ram, and the second one is Yoke.
Okay. Let's start with Diane.
Metatron, you told me months and months ago, maybe 8 months ago, that I was going to be having that knee surgery that we've been, I've kicked the can all the way down the road until I can't kick it any further. That's in April.
Mhm.
But there's a trip that I wanted to take at the end of March, and with a lot going on, does this seem like it's a good time or not? Because I won't be traveling for months after the surgery.
It's going to be a challenge.
Mm.
The things that you want to accomplish, the things that you like to do when you are there are going to be curtailed. It's going to be difficult. That doesn't mean don't go. Just manage your expectations. And we'll say that, sitting in a plane for hours and hours and things like that have a tendency to add, challenge to the knees.
Mhm.
But you have at your beck and call a beautiful physical therapist that might be able to assist you to prepare for that trip. So call Michael, talk to him, and see how you feel after you get some information from him, right?
But outside of the physical, is there any other reason why I should not take that trip then?
What's your expectation?
I don't really have an expectation. I'm hoping to, I've been a little bit dead in the water with the nonprofit, and I'm hoping to maybe secure a boat for the nonprofit. Maybe, it's not defined yet. But
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, your plane will not fall out of the sky. You will, you'll be able to come back home. You will not be prevented from entering the country again. Uh,
yeah,
your
you
choice.
you've hit the points that I was worried about, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Does that
Yes.
assist you? Okay. Beautiful. All right. Yoke, you had a question.
Yes, I do. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone and to you. Yes, I have a question regarding Metatron's cube. The question is, can one use Metatron's cube as a chariot of fire, as a transportation vessel, like
Yeah.
a Merkaba?
Like a
And
Merkaba.
if so, would that be a technique or a way or meditation that you could share with me that I could practice on?
Mm,
For
No,
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 that's okay.
no,
That's okay.
no. And here's why. And here's why. Because you're going to experiment with Metatron's cube, the flower of life. You're going to find different combinations of geometries, beloved one, and you're going to, like a scientist, begin to discern what combination of all of those different geometries are good for, what they can do for you and maybe others. And as you find these combinations, then you're going to reach out to Laurel, you're going to reach out to Linda and say, let's try this. You are in creation mode.
Yes, I am.
This will be part of your creation. This will be bringing forward some important information and understandings. And that has to come from you.
That is so helpful, Metatron. I definitely feel that. I have been experimenting with Merkaba and Tree of Life. I've been pretty much working with Gaia and, to assist me in the universe. So it has been, and I understand, I understand now why I study physics in the university now, because the spiritual science is coming online, and all my knowledge of quantum physics, energy, and starting to integrate with the spiritual consciousness. And that's really fun, actually.
Isn't that exciting?
And I know now why I was haunting Leonardo da Vinci's with his scientific, his flying objects in Merkaba. I went all around the world to breathe in his originals. And now I understand, because there was a frequency and vibration that I breathed in with him. And that was truly amazing, to the point I was nearly arrested at the Vatican. All that is worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, well, and please know that there's no limits to this. You then can add crystals, you can add essential oil, you can add tinctures that you create. You can begin to create something unique and important, right?
Yeah.
So
And
document, okay?
Yes. I'm trying to start painting it. For me, laying on a landscape is visually is probably the best way for me to feel the alignment, if you like.
Right.
That's really awesome. Thank you so much. And
you're welcome.
One fun question, which is also a real question. Would you be my Valentine today?
We will be honored to be your Valentine today. Yes, indeed. Thank you for asking.
I breathe into that frequency. Thank you so much. Namaste.
You're so welcome. Namaste, beloved one. You may. Welcome. How can we assist you today?
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you, Metatron, for being here for us. And I have actually these notes with a bunch of questions, and half of them are answered just as I go. Sometimes I read something and I'm like, wait, this is the exact answer I was looking for. And then there's half I was reading through before the session. And every time I would read each question, I would hear like, that is cheating, Huma. You need to answer those questions. That is part of the journey. It's just, I find it's really interesting. Like throughout the whole session, I was just getting answers, maybe like puzzles to the piece. And just, we love you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, beloved one. And the truth is that when you can get into your heart, you will know the truth.
Yeah.
You will have the answer. And all your guidance will do is validate that. Huh? Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today. All right. How's everyone doing? Anyone else have questions for us?
Metatron, I'll ask again. It's Lori. So I'm sitting here, I'm burning frankincense, which I love. I have this crystal from Sicily.
From Sedona. From where?
I heard it was from Sicily.
From Sicily, okay.
Yeah. And
is that calcite?
Oh, sulfite.
Sulfite, all right.
I fell in love with it when I saw it. It's very
beautiful.
I just love it. And I bought this at the same time, which I adore. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, well, how can I use this? But I think the answer is I love these things. So did I just surround myself? It will help open my heart.
Yeah. So the one that is in the shape of a Merkaba, right? That's really grounding.
Mm.
So on days, it looks like, on days when you're feeling ungrounded, you can use that one to help you to ground, right? The other one, please do not get it wet too much. Yeah. Yeah, no salt around that one because it will dissolve the stone. And that one it's connected to your solar plexus. When you hold it, you'll feel a warmth in your solar plexus, right? Just hold it for a moment. Take a breath.
Wow. Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And so what does your solar plexus chakra do?
Relaxes.
Your solar plexus is
happening
your
right now.
will, right? Your will. Your solar plexus is your knowing. And so that crystal will be helpful for, what do I know about this? Or spirit, can you share something with me? Oh, okay, I got that right there in my intuition. I got it in my gut, right? So that's what that one can help you with. And it's also happy. It has a very light vibrational frequency. So if you're feeling a little down, you can grab that guy and kind of hang out with it for a while. Don't forget your crystals, beloved one, are consciousness. They're living beings. Talk to them. Let them know what you need. Listen to what they need. That is just the beginning of your collection, Lori.
Yeah.
You will find yourself so drawn to the minerals of the earth. Yeah, it's okay. It is a grand passion, right? Just ask our channel. Ask Diane. It is a grand passion.
Oh, good. Good to know.
Yeah.
I have another question. My nephew's getting married next week. My sister's in spirit now. So of course, I'm thinking of her even more. But one of the cute things when we were young and we shared a room together, she's 6 years older than me. Every night we would blast off to the moon together. And I just developed such this love for being on the moon. I assume we were probably astro traveling even as children at night.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now we have this big, huge snow moon, and I'm a Leo, and Leo's a moon, and so I know
Well,
she'll be with us,
yeah.
but I'm thinking of her.
Absolutely. Her finger has kind of been in some of the creation of the wedding, right? She will be fully present.
Okay.
Look for her. One moment.
Sure.
When you're observing the wedding, observe the officiant and glance over the officiant's right shoulder and
So
see what you see.
they're actually being married by a civil servant, and originally I was kind of invited to that, but I'm not sure that I would, but I really feel like I should be there, so I wonder if I should ask again.
Maybe
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
You're kind of representative. You're the closest physical thing to your sister.
And that's what her children say about me too. And I just want to be there to bless this union of these two souls.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll make
No
that
reason
happen.
why you should not go. But while you're there, look over the officiant's left shoulder.
All right, she's there. Yeah. Beautiful.
All right.
Wow. Thank you.
Indeed. All right. Anyone else? Thank you all for coming today. Anna, I saw you pop up. Did you have a question?
I do. Thank you so much. I just had to work up my nerve to do this.
Ah, okay.
And I
Well,
had to find the right
welcome.
buttons.
Welcome. Well, the technology, yes? Okay.
Yeah.
How can we help you today?
This is kind of a weird question, but I rescue what I think are homeless, a lot of times feral cats. And I'm wondering if I put it in the chat, but I'm wondering if specifically domestic animals, even wild animals, if they have a life plan when they come here and who decides that or who creates it. And I know I put food out for animals, but is that why they come to me?
Well, no, they come to you because of your light, right? And they know that you are a safe place. They know that you have great love for cats, right? Each and every animal has its own soul, beloved one. And so, like a human, it has a soul path.
Okay.
Okay. And so that's why you see such varied experiences in even just the cat realm, right?
Yeah.
And so the the thing that draws them to you is the vibration, right? The food helps. The food is a necessity, right? The food is a necessity to them. So many
Yeah.
of them are hungry, cold, things like that. So the food is a necessity. But that aside, they are drawn to your vibrational frequency, right?
Is
And
it the good thing, or I've read that they come to help us too? I've always
well,
thought of it the other way around, but
it is it is a give and a take.
right.
If you are open to receive communication from them, they will communicate with you. They already are. Sometimes you'll look at the cat and you'll get a thought in your mind about that particular animal,
Mm-hmm.
right? That animal's communicating with you. They don't have to
Okay.
be looking at you to communicate, right? Sometimes they'll be eating their kibble and they will say, my back hip hurts. You'll be drawn to different things for different animals. You have the ability to communicate, level one. Okay.
I will
Just
try
know
that.
that. And
Yeah.
and there are any number of people that teach animal communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's something that draws you, please do.
Yeah,
Right?
I have been interested in it, so I might do that.
Yes. Who here does animal communication? Diane does animal communication. Did you study with someone particular, Diane?
I studied with quite a few people over the years, and there's one that has a group that I think you'll really like. She's got a gentle style and very inclusive. I'll put that in the chat too.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I
Good.
ask one more question?
Of course not.
I lost contact with my younger brother. It was a family issue. And I'm wondering if he's still alive or if I'll connect with him. I've looked for him and tried different numbers and emails, but I can't locate him.
Yeah, he did not want to be found.
Yeah.
He struggled. It we do not believe that he is still on the earth plane.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And we do not like to share that kind of information, but the thing is that he's trying to communicate with you, just like the
okay.
animals are.
I just have to get my head out of the lower part. Too
Right,
much
it's all
going
about the
on.
heart, right? It's
Yeah.
all about opening and be willing to receive the communication right? You are a giver, beloved. Give, 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 give. And your gifts are so beautiful. Your gifts are beautiful. And there's so much there for you if you will allow yourself to receive, to open the heart wide. Right? It's a safe place to start with the animals, right?
Yeah.
They help you to open the heart, right? And when you are feeling that you would like to sit down in a quiet place and invite your brother in, invite him to
Well,
sit down, have a conversation.
I'll
Okay.
try that. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Yes, indeed.
Anna, I just want to apologize for not seeing your question in the chat. It was way up
Oh,
top. But maybe it was meant that you asked the question.
yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
It's an answer, but it's not a good answer.
Well, and you know what? We do not like to give that information.
Yeah, I understand why.
We do not like to, and we do not give it lightly, beloved one, because it is never our intention to cause pain. That is not what we are about. But there's something important for you surrounding this. So please don't hesitate to reach out to our woman. You know,
Yeah,
just
I'm checking that out.
yes. And again, discernment, discernment, discernment. Right?
All right. Well, thank you so much. It actually gives me some peace too.
Yeah. Good. All right. All right, love bugs. Oh, you beautiful hearts and souls. Thank you for joining us today. We are going to bring our beloved channel fully back into the body so that she will get to love you up just a moment more before we are complete. All right? All right. Until next time. Happy Valentine's Day,
Happy
every day.
Valentine's Day.
Happy
Valentine's
Valentine's Day,
Both of
Metatron.
you.
Thank you. Hey. Namaste.
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 That was beautiful, Wendy. Metatron.
Hi, yo.
Hi, Wendy.
I'm just wondering, would anyone be interested, if only for those who want to stay? I have a channel message, a Valentine's blessing for an ascended master, which I thought might be lovely to share. If anyone is interested, it might take a couple minutes to read it out.
I will leave this up for you guys, for whoever wants to stay. But I have my son here and I have to go take care of him. So
Would anyone like to hear the message?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well,
Okay.
then
It's
I will send my love to you guys, and I'll just turn off my audio and my video. You enjoy. Just understand that this will be recorded. Do you want it recorded? Are you
No,
okay
that's
with it?
okay. It's a message for all. It's nothing
Beautiful,
personal.
beautiful.
I just thought it's a lovely touch on Valentine's
For
Day.
Valentine's. And I'm sorry that I can't stay.
No problem.
I love
Bless
you
you.
guys.
Have a good evening.
Thank you, Wendy.
Enjoy the
I'm gonna
rest
do my
of
best.
wonderful. Thank you,
Happy
Wendy.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so thank you for those who are staying. I would like to share with you channel message, especially for Valentine's Day, Valentine's blessing. This is a channel message from the cosmic heart, from planet Venus, from Lady Venus. So yeah, here it goes. I hope you enjoy it. Breathe in that frequency of the love that she's sharing. Here it comes. What is that love that you desire to feel, to know, and to express? It is the love of God within you. It is the light of God that beats your heart. For a heart in love with God is a heart that beats brightly, wondrously, beautifully. Love is born of God, and love is born unto God. When you turn your heart to your source and offer the essences and the roses of your being to the one whom you love, God first, self second, and your beloved a third. Understanding love is a lifelong process, dear ones, and desiring to understand deeper love each day as you commune with God brings you to that level of union in heart, in mind, and in soul that lifts your spirit to the sun presence of the One, and affords you, even within your temple of light, the union experience with your beloved, the mystical union of self with other with self, the commingling of light. I encourage you to go deeper and deeper and deeper in love. For when you truly understand the nature of love, you will understand God and all of God's infinite divine quintessences. Oh, Venus, you ask, you speak of love. How many times will you say this word? Oh, there's once I will say it an infinite number of times. For when love is shared through a voice of love, the alchemy of that expression transmutes and cleans and clears and recreates the auric field of the earth itself. You see, the greatest way to transform Mother Earth and lift her burdens is to love her, to cherish her, to send her love frequencies throughout your day. When mankind en masse returns to the love of the Mother everywhere, a golden age will ensue. It is a simple equation, dearest ones. Glorify God within you by loving yourself, loving one another, loving all life. Glorify God by seeking ways and means of even accepting greater love unto your heart and within your soul. Now I create in the atmosphere above this place a giant Valentine for you to feel the love of God within you. All are infused this day with Venusian love from the heart of the Mother of Love of Venus. Happy Valentine's Day. I am complete. I hope you
beautiful.
enjoy the frequency of this
beautiful.
message,
It was
especially
perfect.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Thank
doing
you
that.
so much, and
Thank
enjoy
you.
the rest of your day in love, in light, in unity. Oh my God, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.